at the end of the day, it's 13 years that I'm here, almost 14 at the end of the season. So it's been a long road. I started when I came for a trial at the age of 15 with Atalanta, and then it proceeded from there. I played for one season with them, and then they offered me a 5-year contract at the age of 17. So at such a young age to leave Australia, leave my family, it was a hard thing to do. But the main reason why I went to Atalanta was because I have relatives there, so it made things a lot easier. With Atalanta being renowned as one of the best junior producing clubs in Italy at the time, and also Europe, it was something special to train with Serie A players or next to them, and also with them once I was at the right age. It was something very special. At times you take it for granted, even at that age. And then you realise later down the track in your career that it was something special. But nonetheless, at a junior level, we won quite a lot. We won 2 Coppa Italia. We lost two Primavera finals. And then obviously my career went forward in a slightly different direction. I went on loan to Serie C at Monza after returning to the first team. Unfortunately, I had a few injuries which set me back, and proceeded. After that, I took another loan period to Pistoiese in Serie C, and after this, I moved to Scotland in the Scottish Premier League. It was a whole new experience, a different type of football, but I think all in all, it gave me other things that were important, for me to develop as a player. Gave me more aggressiveness as well, and I stayed there for 2 years, 2.5 years actually. I played the first 2 years at Partick Thistle, and then I moved to Dundee, and after this I moved back to Italy for a short period at Grosseto, followed by my eventual arrival here at Portogruaro. Here at Portogruaro, it's my 5th season, and it's been a long road. I started in C2. We got promotion from C2 to C1. Then we got another promotion from C1 to Serie B, and here we are this year, still in a position where we can fight to remain in the category, and obviously that's become our objective for the season. It's been a long experience coming over at such a young age. Looking back in hindsight, you say a lot of people might have given up earlier, might have said, "Oh, it's not for me. I'm going back to Australia," and chosen different maybe career paths or different ways to get where they wanted to, from a football point of view. I stuck it out, because I believed in my ability, and because I seriously wanted to achieve my goals. Obviously, my goal has always been to play in Serie A. This year was Serie B, and at the moment, that's my only interest is saving myself in Serie B. At 28 years of age, there might still be a dream to play in Serie A one day, but I can't really see the future. So it's just a case of doing what I've always done and getting down and keeping working hard. So far as the national team, I've represented Australia at all levels. Under 17 World Cup, under 20 World Cup, Olympics, and national team. And I think in all the categories I've done really well. The only thing that that I would like to have done more is be part of the senior team. I've played 5 times, so I would like to add to that. There's still time to add to that. And just recently I was involved in a camp in Germany, and hopefully that can bring some fruits as well. Australian football is evolving well. I think the introduction of the A-League and the introduction of the economical side of things, when we talk about Frank Lowy and the time, the passion and the money he's put into Australian football, over the last 10 years has made a very important impact on football. The work is coming out now. You see a lot of youngsters being pushed into the A-League, at 19, 20 years of age, and they've been given the chance to play senior football, which is the most important thing. The question still remains whether it's more important to remain in Australia and develop, or get over at an earlier age in Europe, where obviously they consider the training, the facilities, the football to be of a higher standard. I still believe that is the case. Nonetheless, from a grassroots point of view in Australia, football is developing a lot. We are starting to see, from a technical perspective, coaches a lot more coaches, being qualified under the FIFA qualifications, and I think that's really important. To be able to give the kids of the future, the players of the future, the right technical background. Not just the tactical, which is another aspect of football, obviously here in Europe, which is more important, and at a grassroots level, the tactical side of things is not as important. For an Australian perspective, I think the technical side is being developed, and it needs to continue to be developed, because Australian players have always been known for being physical, for being good athletes, and it's always been, but there's always something lacking technically. I think as the years go on, that technical gap that people seem to always mention, it will be reduced, and I think the importance of that, or the reason for that, is having good quality coaches. It's not just for any reason that the national team setup is based upon primarily Dutch background, where we all know that Dutch football, from a technical perspective, has a great reputation for bringing up their junior players and developing their players to a worldwide standard. So the line that Australia and the FFA have taken is an important one, and the academies that are being developed, are making an important contribution to this. Just to finish up, we want to say a big hello from Portogruaro to the Genoa International School of Soccer. We appreciate the contribution you're making with the four guys that are here with us, and hopefully this relationship continue now and in the future.